Before we carry on with today's video, a quick shout out to Webby87 for the idea for after each lap the game changes, so thank you so much if you're watching. As mentioned, welcome back to another NASCAR gaming challenge on this channel, where today we hit the road course of Watkins Glen, one of the most technical, one of the most difficult and brutal road courses on the NASCAR schedule. With 3,500 pound stock cars with no electronic assists going around this brutal technical road course, it can make things quite challenging for the drivers. But for this video in particular, these are the best conditions we can ask for. Because this is a challenge, we are asking for conditions like this. We're asking for a loose race car as long as it doesn't spin out, as long as we keep control of it, so we can have insane racing moments like this, where we're hunting down the leader, sending it into the corners, not so it's tight, but so we can manage to hang on for dear life, and so we can try and just make that one overtake. Whether that overtake is for dead last, for midfield, or for first place, we are going to be pushing it to the absolute limits because we will not give up. We are going to push it and push the car to the absolute limits each lap, where if I finish a lap, the game changes, which honestly sounds really easy, but the difficulty is going to be high, and for motivation, if I crash at all, the video will come to an end, so that we will fail the challenge if we wreck. So kind of like the if I crash the game changes, only difference is that the video will end and we will fail the challenge. See how we do. Great, this could be a fantastic start since we're now on NASCAR Away, the best racing game ever made alongside Ignition. Of all seriousness, we are just getting this one over and done with. We are starting lap 1 of the 9 laps of this challenge with NASCAR Away just because of how awful the car handles. You see there's already contact, we just want to get this over and done with. I'm actually quite nervous just because the car cannot keep a straight line. I just really hope we can manage the bus stop chicane well, because if we can't manage this one at all, as you can see the car's quite loose, then we won't be able to manage the rest of the track just because of how technical it is, and you need to follow the line, which is nearly physically impossible with this game without a really good setup. As we're now under attack from the 14 car, right on the outside coming off the carousel, allowing the 13s on the inside, a bit of damage right there. Oh, thank goodness this lap is over. I really did not enjoy that because I was worried that we'd lose control of the car because it can't keep a straight line, but here comes the magic. Whoa, that was really cool. We're still 23rd on lap 2. We're going to get a ton of positions right here as we're now going to nudge Danica Patrick off the track. My absolute apologies. She's probably not very happy with me right now. Oh man, just look at this car. It can follow the line unlike NASCAR 08. This is absolute freedom, and look at that. We mastered the bus stop chicane, which is always a great sign as we now do quite well in the carousel. We nudge an innocent cone out of the way, and whoa, we're going to get turned, and we managed to hang on thanks to Robbie Gordon. He tried to turn us and we managed to save it using him, so thank you Robbie Gordon, and you saved us from failing the challenge as we now head into turn 5 well off the racetrack. We now try to get back on, going to turn 6, Casey Kane on the outside. It will be a drag race to the line and he's going to check up. He almost went in the wall, and as of which we're going to finish lap 2 in 21st. Apart from the HUDs change, as well as the car change, you wouldn't even notice that the game has changed because of how similar it looks to NASCAR the game inside line. But it doesn't matter because we're now returning to NASCAR 14, one of my all-time favourites. We are not letting off the throttle. We're going 100% throttle, which they can't do at Talladega this year. As you can see, we had to lift off just a little bit. We're going to make the crossover on Newman. Side by side with Brian Vickers in the 55 through the bus stop chicane. Slight contact, and we go off just a little bit off the final part of the chicane. As you see, there's even more contact. We're now 3 wide in the middle and along the carousel. This is getting pretty intense right here, but we somehow hang on as we go well off the racetrack, trying to get back on. Oh, we're going to nudge Newman, and he's going to wreck. He's going to tag another driver big time, and that's going to bring out the yellow flag. Casey Kane's involved, both having a barbecue on the second batch straight away. Very ironic that Ryan Newman hit those exact same tyres, just like what he did back in 2014 real life. Because of that caution, we are doing a full field restart on NASCAR Heat Evolution on lap number 4. Let's be honest here, NASCAR Heat Evolution has the greatest graphics of any game ever. In Casey Kane's slipstream, as we now get right behind him going into the bus stop chicane. We're going to nudge him a bit. He's going to get really loose, but somehow he hangs on for dear life. Hunting down Paul Menard, who has that 13th place position into turn 5 on the outside. He's still there on the inside, battle for 13th. Only one more corner, will we get it? Yes, we do. We take 13th from Paul Menard. I don't think we'll be able to get to Stenhouse. It's close enough, but we'll happily move on to the next game with a 13th place restart. Now at the cursed version of Watkins Glen in NASCAR game 2011, we are going to get turned by the 4 car. Thankfully we have the guardrail right here so we can use that to our advantage to hang on for dear life. But that was Casey Kane's revenge for trying to turn him in the bus stop chicane from last time. However, we get a huge front off the first corner, side by side Matt Kenseth up the S's. We almost got turned right there, big time. We're going to have to go away from him by going in the grass. As you can see, we're now 3 wide looking at the radar. This is absolutely insane racing. I'm not going to worry about pushing the car. I just want to make sure we finish the lap. As you can see, we're still not clear looking at the radar. The AI like to turn you in this game, so I'm being very careful, being very cautious as we now overtake Matt Kenseth going into the bus stop chicane. We're now going to floor it. I don't care if it says to slow down. I'm going through the Paul Janice's grass, which he's just sorted out, what he's just tidied up, ready for the race. I've now just ruined it, as now the battle for the 10th place now is on, as we now get on the inside of Kyle Busch. We've now cracked the top 10 with just 1 corner remaining. Those pit boxes are so cursed. Get me out of this one. Oh my goodness, this looks so much better. The pit boxes aren't cursed, and it also looks a little bit nicer if I'm honest, as we now put the attack on Jimmy Johnson for 9th. Look at all those tyre marks in the grass. It looks like all the AIs are trying to cut the track right there, as we now put the pressure on Clint Boyer going into the carousel. Can we go for a 1-2 position change right here? Yes, we do. We have the run, and as of which we're going to overtake both Clint Boyer and Paul Menard going into turn number 5. Off the final corner onto lap number 7 this time by. Looking to get 6th place from Bubba Wallace. Can we get 5th place? No, we won't. And yay, we're back in ignition. I know we just got 5th place position, hunting down 4th, but why did we have to choose this game in particular? Wait, is Quinn Half in 4th place? Yoink, not anymore. We now take 4th place, but seeing him in the top 5, wow, that's actually impressive. Not gonna lie, even though the AI start wherever they want, it's still impressive to see Quinn Half in the top 5 as we now go through the bus stop chicane. Surprisingly, we have no issues whatsoever in ignition. This actually went quite well, not gonna lie, as we now move on to NASCAR Heat 5. Let's see if this goes well, as we now make the move on the inside for 3rd place from Kevin Harvick. He's gonna get back on the inside, and we're gonna have a battle going up to the S's. I'm a little worried about this bus stop chicane because in this game, the cars tend to go really loose if you touch the curbs on any road course, but surprisingly, we have no issues whatsoever. We are unable to catch Ryan Newman, but we only have 1 more lap this time by, 1 more game. Can we catch up to first from 3rd position? Here we go, we're now on Forza Motorsport 6 for the final lap. It's now or never, so any means necessary. So we get right behind Jimmy Johnson at the end of the 1st corner. Can we catch him? Going up the S's for the final time in this challenge. We see the opportunity to overtake, and we're going to take 2nd place from Jimmy Johnson. 1 down, 1 to go. For some reason, they added some tyre barriers in the chicane, which makes no sense, but don't worry about those, because now we get right behind Kyle Larson with no issues. Going into the carousel, we'll get on the inside of him. No, we don't. We bow it just a little bit, and there's some slight contact as we ram into the back of him. Here comes another tap, and it's all like the 2012 finish all over again. Last chance, 2 corners remain. Can we get the run? Can we catch up? Yes, we do. We have a big run. We're going to send it up the racetrack on the outside. Now the inside of Kyle Larson. He's still there though, I believe. And he's going to bail out. He's on the outside lane. And as of which, we go from last to 1st place in this 9-lap challenge. And as of which, we're going to spin it across the line.
Aggressive goes around.
Let's go, we've literally just won this challenge, we've succeeded. Time to burn out the nitro, boys. What's happening, guys? NASCAR Gamer here. Firstly, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. As mentioned at the beginning of the video, huge shout out to Webby87 for the idea and for pretty much inspiring me to make these types of videos. Right now, I am currently working on a stop motion project. It's going to be quite a while because it's quite a massive project, so I do apologise about that. I'll still try and upload stop motions if I can. I just don't really want to spoil the actual project I'm working on because I'm really looking forward to actually making it, completing it and showing you guys. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos just like this.